Hello, Jeremy Zimnars here from freedomfromfailure.com, and I just wanted to make a really quick video today about the importance of remaining positive. Now, if you turn on your TV, what do you see? You see images of war, people getting murdered, burglaries, people having their precious possessions stolen, people stealing other people's Model Ts. Well, I saw that on the news the other day in Oklahoma. But my point is, there's so much negativity surrounding us. It's really hard to get into that happy place where you feel positive. But have you ever noticed that when you're not positive, in other words, when you're negative, more negative things seem to happen, and it all gets kind of piled on top of you until you're just overwhelmed in a pile of negative dog bleep. Well, I'm going to tell you a story about what happened this very day, because remaining positive, it might not have helped the overall situation, but it would have helped how we reacted to the situation. Okay, so some of you may have seen in a video that I proposed to my girlfriend, now fiance, yesterday when we were hiking. So today, our goal was to go out to lunch, and then we were going to ask a question about the ring at the mall. Well, we went to lunch, and then when we got to the mall, we realized we couldn't find the paperwork. The paperwork was in the car when we were on our way to lunch. We were looking at it to make sure that, you know, everything was in order. And then she saw how much I spent on the ring, and she pointed it out, and we laughed. But it poofed out of nowhere after that. We do not know where it ended up. And it was scary, and we weren't positive. We were positive that we had it, and then we didn't. That's all we were positive about. But that's not exactly a positive feeling, if you know what I'm saying. So after that happened, we realized that we couldn't do what we had always talked about, and that is when we got engaged, we would go and get a bottle of wine and drink it on our wedding night. In Oklahoma, all liquor stores are closed on holidays, because today's Memorial Day, and also on Sundays. So we couldn't do it yesterday either. So we're like, oh my gosh, like we don't have the paperwork, we can't do our tradition that we'd always talked about. And then on top of that, for no reason at all, her sandals broke in the parking lot at the mall. It was one of those moments where it was just the grain that tipped the scale. And it was overwhelming, not in a positive way, but in a very negative way. So we kind of regrouped. We went back to where we had lunch to see if it had fallen out somewhere. And I said, look, we're just going to go to the mall. And since I picked it up yesterday, we're just going to go in there and explain what happened and see what happens. And that's when I felt positive that something good was going to come out of it. So we went to the mall with her sandal that we had to tape with masking tape, which was miraculously in my car. Don't ask me why I had masking tape in my car, because that's not important. But anyways, we got to the mall with her broken sandal and makeup a mess, and we went in and we explained the situation. Well, not only did they request to see the video that I posted about the proposal, which you could find on this very channel, but they also gave us all the paperwork that we needed and said, don't worry about it, you know, just don't lose it in the car again. And it was very uplifting, just the fact that other human beings can reach out and understand over something like that. I mean, it's a big deal when you spend hundreds on something and all of a sudden you're not sure if, you know, it could be insured, or, you know, it's a very negative feeling. But we got positive, and it changed how everything played out. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's so much crap out there. There's so much to sort of help you lose your balance. It's really easy to lose sight on the things that are the most important. And being positive really kind of keeps you in that zone. It keeps you focused, and it attracts other positive forces into your life that just help enforce the positivity. So I hope that you can relate to my story, and I hope that you understand that we are positive because it just gives out so many more vibrations to the world. And sometimes you might have to think about it at first, because some of us are programmed to think negatively. But as soon as you start building those habits and you start replacing the negative feelings and negative thoughts with positive thoughts, you're going to see some big changes in your life. Not just in your personal life, but in your business life too, and in other areas, your relationships, your health. It starts overflowing into other areas, and you start to see a real change, a big change, and it could happen quickly. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Since it's Memorial Day, I also wanted to say thank you to all the soldiers out there and all the people whose lives have been touched by the atrocities of the world. And thank you for your service. And thank you for your time. Happy Memorial Day. I'm Jeremy Zimners from freedomfromfailure.com, and I will see you in future videos. Take care.